Sassy Sirens, welcome back to another video on the Sassy Siren channel, where we are obviously a bit sassy while talking about all things related to Starbucks. Now, this video is very much so long overdue, and I absolutely understand that, but you know, better late than never, as they say, which I don't even know if that's actually something we believe. But anywho, the cups that are in front of you are from the Starbucks 2021 fall collection. Okay, Starbucks 2021 fall collection. And if you immediately thought to yourself, wait a minute, the display here is looking a little bit light, the reason for that is I was not impressed with Starbucks' 2021 fall release by any means. There were definitely a lot more cups that were released, but these are the cups that I got that I actually liked. As you guys know, I really, when I'm cup collecting, it's all about, you know, what cups do I like? What speaks to me? Does it grab my attention? Do I immediately fall in love with it? I really avoid buying cups just to buy them because sometimes they're expensive. We've got cups that are $25. We've got cups that are $28. And when you're buying in any given season, you know, 10 to 15 cups, you know, you are way up there at a couple $100s, right? And you're doing that at least a good 4 to 5 times a year, because Starbucks is releasing full collections at least 4 to 5 times a year. And then of course they have some kind of smaller pop-ups here and there, you know, like the 50th anniversary where there was like 4 or 5 cups, and so it gets expensive. So what's in front of you is light because I was not really in love with fall 2021. There were some cups from that collection that I did fall in love with, but as a whole release, I was extremely just underwhelmed by what Starbucks put out for 2021 fall. But without further ado, let's jump in. Some of these cups have already kind of made their preview. You know, I think this cup was in the Kaleidoscope video I released not too long ago. This cup was in the studded, you know, update that I did not too long ago as well. But so we'll start with these two. We'll go over them briefly because we've seen them in detail already. This is the Kaleidoscope. It's in a purple color. When you have it up close, it's very much so translucent, so you can see through it. This is very similar to, I believe, spring 2021 was when they released that blue Kaleidoscope cup. Again, if you're not sure which cup I'm talking about, go look at the Kaleidoscope updated video that I posted a few weeks ago, and you'll see all of the Kaleidoscopes in that video. And this one is very similar to the blue one from the spring 2021 collection that Starbucks came out with. I do like this very deep violet. For some reason, it just really comes off as very like intimate, very passionate. You know, when you see very deep colors, I just always think of just passion, right? And that's definitely the vibe I get from this purple Kaleidoscope. And then we have a soft touch studded that's also hot pink. It's for those of you who are thinking, hey, is this extremely similar to the pink lemonade for Valentine? So if you already have this and you're wondering if you should get the pink lemonade from Valentine, they look nothing alike, right? The pink lemonade is very much so, when you think about when you go to like a restaurant or a store and you order a pink lemonade, it is very much so that type of color. So while this is a hot pink, the pink lemonade is more pastel, if you will. So they're very different. So if you have this and you're like, hey, haven't gotten a pink lemonade yet, haven't seen it yet, when it comes out, should I get it? If you like it, absolutely do it, because these two are nowhere near the same from a look perspective. Now, speaking of just kind of passion, like this cup, when I saw it, I was like, oh yes. Now this is stainless steel, and we know stainless steel carries a higher price point. So while these are $19.95, what we're used to, stainless steel we know comes in at $24.95, right? So I have to normally love it if I'm going to spend $25 on it, because that's pricey for a Starbucks cup. And when we talk about passion, like this cup, we have it starts as this very, very deep, dark maroon color, very wine color, right? Think of, like a Malbec color, right? And then it goes to this like forest green, right? Like, oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous. When I saw this cup, I absolutely loved it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I was not in love with the 2021 collection as a whole, but the cups I did get spoke to me. And this was definitely one of those. It has that very peplum indentation. We see this show up in spring 2022. There's a few cups that came out of this style that have this indentation, and it's definitely that's what really sets it apart from other kind of stainless steels that we've seen. So for me, this was absolutely worth the $25 that I spent to get it. So again, it starts as this forest green, and then when you rotate it, it goes to this very deep, deep wine color, which is just, absolutely gorgeous. There we go. Let's look at the one here in the center, which is also combining that very wine and forest green color. If you can see, that's a part of the theme for fall, which in my opinion is appropriate, because fall is very much so a lot of these deeper colors. I think what I've been seeing so far from spring 2022 is we're seeing a lot of deep colors, which doesn't make sense for spring. So I think some of the cups that came out in spring 2021, I'm wondering why they didn't come out in fall. I'm sorry, the cups that came out in spring 2022, I'm wondering why some of those didn't come out in fall 2021. So there's like a hunter green studded cup, even the Mountain Dew grid, right? It's deep green, then it's like that neon green. Like, it just feels like those cups should have come out in fall 2021. And I'm wondering if that's what was supposed to happen, and they couldn't get the production in time, so they pushed it to spring 2022. Because if that's my guess, that's what I would think. Because some of those cups that are very, very deep colored, they don't fit in spring 2022, and they would have fit a lot more in fall 2021, especially with these deep greens that we're looking at, right? So we see the inner has like this foil in it, which is very, very gorgeous. There's flowers. It just makes me think of like, that Sleeping Beauty forest scene, you know what I mean? The straw is very much so a different color. It's like this peach color, and when I first looked at it, I said, does that even go with the cup? But it really does. I don't know how or why, because the cup is very deep and this is not, but it goes, honey. It really, really goes. And I think part of it is that we have some of these tiny flowers that are on the cup that are that peach color. So what are we looking at? $18.95 for this one, and just very, very gorgeous. Really was excited when I got this. And then let's look at this green. Again, we're back to the greens. Now, something I do want to comment on that I thought was interesting. I recall that there was such a supply chain and a release issue in certain markets for fall 2021, right? Starbucks just could not, a lot of companies were trying to figure out how to get past this supply chain issue that was happening with all of the boats kind of hanging out and not being able to dock. So I actually went on vacation in August. I was in Colorado, and I got some of these cups actually in Colorado. So these, the mixture that I have is some I picked up in the Chicago market, and some I got when I was in Colorado. So I thought that I would mention that. I believe this was one of them. I believe the one in the middle too was I was out there in Colorado, and I think this is where I got these cups from. But I really do like this one. It's $18.95, but it's just the flowers are done in glitter. And, you know, I'm just a glitter type of gal, right? Pink and glitter and all that type of, you know, gold and flashiness. And I'm just here for it. So, really enjoyed these cups also. Now, look, I'm going to say that double wall for last because I got some things to say about that double wall. This, again, not my type of size. It's 18 ounces versus, I believe our ventis are 24 ounces. Yeah. So for me, I'm a venti type of gal, and especially for my cold cups. And I toyed with if I was going to get this or not, or keep it on the shelf. And, you know, it's glass, and it spoke to me. Again, we're looking at that deep forest green. And what is the price point? It's $16.95. So I think that's what helped. Had it been, you know, $18.95, or I probably would have left it on the shelf. But because it was $16.95, it was also really, really pretty. That's why I ended up getting it. Again, it's challenging because when I'm sipping my liquids, you know, I typically want a 24-ounce type of cup. But this was just very, very pretty. I also do really like glass cups. Don't ask me why, because you know, they're just dangerous. One slip and, you know, you drop it and it falls. Not even just a full slip. You can accidentally just tap it too hard and you crack it. But so don't ask me why I like glass. I really do. That's why I love a double wall, because it's glass, you know, or ceramic. A lot of the water bottles that Starbucks is coming out with are glass, and I've been buying them. I really need to quit. But you'll see when I do the Valentine Spring 1 video for 2022 that I picked up a few of the glass water bottles because they're just so gorgeous. Anywho, and speaking of, you're probably wondering where the Valentine Spring 1 video is. We're still waiting for some cups to be released for Spring 1. I really like doing the full collection video, so I typically wait until I have the cups that I want, because I like to do a full collection video of, hey, here's everything. You know, someone commented on a video a while back that they said, look, I love that, you know, we see kind of where these cups came out, because you call it out, you say what season, you say what year, you know, so that way we know when, you know, if we look at a cup from 2 years ago, we know where that fell. I am considering maybe in the future breaking up Valentine and Spring 1, because it seems like Starbucks has done that. In the past, Valentine and Spring 1 dropped at the same time, and it looks like this year what we saw was Valentine dropped in January like it normally does, and we kind of saw some Spring 1 stuff trickle in. We still have one more release of things that are coming out, I believe March 1st. We should see some more things drop for Spring 1. So in the future, I may consider breaking those up and doing a Valentine video and then a Spring 1 video. But you will see that video release soon after I see what comes out for the rest of Spring 1 on March 1st and decide what it is I want to pick up. But anywho, on to this last beauty. Okay, Starbucks, let me say something. It has been a while since you've got a double wall so right? Okay, it has just been a while. There's some double walls that have come out that I've gotten because I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute. But it has been a while since you have gotten it right. And this one, yes. It looks like a peacock, right? We've got the deep greens, the deep turquoise, that color purple. I can't even tell you what that would be called. And then it's this very much so matte finish to it. Even the color of the top is gorgeous. It is just kudos to you for getting this one double wall exactly right. You know, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen one that has been positively breathtaking. And when I saw this, it almost made me want to cry because it's so breathtaking. So congratulations and kudos to whoever designed this one, because you are on my good side right now. Because this it's I can't even say any more about it because I will probably start to cry because it's just so gorgeous. So let me bring it a little bit closer so you guys can really get a good look at it. Look how pretty Anywho, but so glad to see a double wall get back there on the docket. We're gonna pause here for a fun giveaway, because I always like to do a little fun giveaway somewhere in my video. I like to embed it somewhere. I have this in a duplicate, so I do have another one of these brand new, and that's going to be a part of the giveaway. The person who is going to win this is the person who, the very first person to drop a comment on this video. Doesn't matter what it is you say, of course, keep it clean and classy. You can be sassy, but keep it clean and classy. The first person to drop a comment on this video will be the wonderful winner of this deep purple kaleidoscope cup from the fall 2021 collection. So can't wait to see who that's going to be. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the fall collection. Like I said, these are the pieces that I got that I liked. The collection was a large collection. Starbucks came up with quite a bit of cups in fall 2021. It just was not an impressive release to me by any means. But let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. How do you think this compares to, you know, the fall 2020 release, right? Because this is the fall 2021 release. Tell me what you think. You know, compare the two. Was it maybe this was a collection that you loved? But, you know, anywho, drop it in the comments and let me know what you think. Between now and the next video, you already know what I'm going to ask you to do, which is, of course, stay sassy.